Okay. Okay, so if everyone can just find their mats. Okay, so good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for taking your time out on Friday to come and join me for this class. So my name is Charis. I'm going to be taking you through this Pilates class. So just by a quick show of hands, has anyone here ever never done Pilates? Anyone first time? Okay. No, it was new last week. Okay, and just remind me your names again. Kanye. Tebogo. Chocolate. My favorite. I love chocolate. Okay, so it's going to be a 60-minute class. It is more of a beginner's class. We are going to do a few challenging moves. We're going to work through to the core. We're going to work a little bit in the upper body and the spine. So if you're new to Pilates, the whole concept of Pilates is working on strengthening our core, our powerhouse. So it was actually designed, Pilates was designed by a man, if you didn't know, right? Today we see all the ladies doing it, but it was actually designed by a man. And it was designed for all the soldiers who were injured in war. So yeah, of course, please. So it was designed as a form of rehabilitation originally, and it was designed specifically to rehabilitate and strengthen the core, the powerhouse, the spine. So that's going to be a big focus of today's class, is just reconnecting with the body. We're going to be moving mindfully. So with each movement, I want you to really focus on concentrating on that area, connecting with that area, and then trying to create like fluid movements. So we're kind of moving fluidly with the class, right? Take it at your own level. So please take it at your own level. Any injuries I should be aware of? Lower back a little bit. Okay, perfect. Okay, I will be doing some hands-on adjustments. So if anyone does have any issues with me touching them or adjusting me, please let me know. I won't be, but I will be adjusting you a little bit, so there will be some hands-on adjustments. In case of any emergencies, there are the emergency exits over there. We do have a first aid kit in reception. There are water fountains at reception as well. The ladies' bathroom is over there. The gents' bathroom is through there, left and left again. So if anyone needs to use the loo or use the washrooms, they are over there. Okay. So very, very important with Pilates is the alignment that we're going to be having throughout the class. I'm going to give you some cues, some reminders throughout, just to kind of help you to become more aware of the body positioning. It's very important that we try and get the right alignment. So standing, you're going to bring your feet below your hips, and you can just kind of shake out the body a little bit, put a nice big smile on your face because it's Friday, right? So you're going to keep like nice soft jelly knees. You're going to keep your spine beautifully aligned and nice and tall, nice and long. Imagine there's a string pulling your spine all the way to the top of the ceiling. Your shoulders are relaxed. So you can just lift them up and drop them down, lift them up. And then when you drop them down, imagine they're finding like a nice soft V down your spine. Right. Then we want to look at our pelvis alignment. So your pelvis over here, your hip bones, imagine they're like a bucket of water. If I push my pelvis too far forward, all the water is going to spill out the front. If I push it too far back, all the water is going to push out the back. So do a couple of those rotations, spill the water front, spill the water back, and then you're going to bring a nice, beautiful alignment in the middle where no water is going to spill out. Right? Don't spill the water all over the floor here. Okay. So imagine that pelvis is nice and neutral. How many of you have watched Bridgerton? Yeah? Binge watching it, right? I love it. So you see those corsets that they wear, those fancy dresses. Imagine that you are wearing one of those Bridgerton corsets. So you're going to engage your core nice and tight, right? So really engaging all those core muscles. So imagine I'm going to put a corset on and I'm going to tighten it all the way to level 10. It's so tight I can barely breathe. And I'll release it. That's a little bit too tight, right? Let's go there again. 10. Tighten, tighten. And then you're going to drop it 50%. So now it's only 50%. and then release. Okay, that was still a bit tight. Drop it to 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then release 2 more times. 1, 2. Now we're at 3. And this is where we're going to stay throughout the class, right? Just at a 3. So that sounds more manageable. That sounds more realistic for us, right? Okay, so relax to a 0. And then tighten up. 1, 2, 3. The pelvis is nice and neutral. The back is flat. The shoulders are nice and relaxed. The head is nice and tall. And this is going to be our posture, right? This is ideal posture. So ideally, this is where we want to get stronger and being in this position. Now with the breathing, we're going to do lateral thoracic breathing. So what that means in English is we're going to breathe through the rib cage. So if you place your hands onto your rib cage, when you inhale, try and breathe so that not you're breathing from your chest, but you're breathing from the ribs. And exhale, the fingers come together. When I inhale, my fingers expand. When I exhale, right? So when we breathe from the chest, it's kind of short, shallow breaths, and then it stresses us out a little bit. When I breathe from the rib cage, it allows my entire body to fill with oxygen. And I can actually get air into my body, right? Okay, beautiful. So that's alignment, nice and done. Breathing. So let's just take a few breaths with our eyes closed. Finding that neutral spine. And just taking a moment to remind yourself, what is that reason that you decided to join this class today? What is that reason that you decided to show up on your weekend, on your Friday morning? Were you wanting to connect? Were you wanting to strengthen the body? Were you wanting to disconnect from everything that's happening in the rest of the world? Inhaling through the nose and exhaling. You're staying here for just a few breaths and really allowing your entire rib cage to expand with air as you inhale and you exhale. You're engaging that core. In through the nose and out through the mouth. This is your chance. This is your connection with yourself. Your chance to reconnect, to strengthen, to heal. And your final breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, you're going to take a nice big stretching your arms all the way up to the ceiling. So stretching your arms up to the ceiling. You're going to gently rotate through to the right side of the room, opening your eyes. Exhale through to the left side of the room. Beautiful. To the treadmills in case you forgot where the left is. I know it's early, beautiful, and gently coming down. You're going to start with nice big rotations in the shoulders, releasing all that tension and stress down the neck, down the spine. Beautiful, good. For last 3, keeping that core engaged. For last 2. And 1, gently changing direction. Oh, waking up those shoulders. Good morning. For 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Your feet are nice and firm in the ground. You're going to just rotate that spine. So nice, slow, controlled movements. Rotating all the way through to the one side, rotating all the way through to the other. Just mobilizing into that spine, getting that spine nice and ready for a workout. Last 2 and last 1. Beautiful. We're gonna start at the ankles. We're gonna start just one ankle by one ankle, warming those ankles up, mobilizing into those joints. So we're getting the liquid ready for the workout. Not workout, for the Pilates, right? So you're gonna start with some toe pumps. Imagine that you're squishing grapes underneath your feet. So you're squishing those grapes. For the gents, imagine you're wearing your first pair of high heels ever, right? Good. And if you feel comfortable there, what we're going to do is we're going to try and lift one leg. Now, if you find this challenging, you can watch me first to see what it's like. If you find it challenging and you need some balance, you can use your hands at the side. You're going to engage your core, keep that pelvis neutral, and you're going to lift up the one leg, drop it down, and then you're going to lift up the other, drop it down, trying to keep your hips square. We're going to go for 10 movements, so 5 on each side. Lovely exercise for engaging all those abdominal muscles, all those little core muscles. So inhale through the nose, exhale through pursed lips, and you're just marching one leg at a time. Beautiful. A little bit tricky to keep the balance. Keeping the pelvis neutral, the spine is neutral. Beautiful, good. Now, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can bring your hands through to the front, through the marches. Good, lovely. Find your balance, keep your core engaged as you lift up. And from there, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, if it's too challenging, you go back here. If it's too wibbly and wobbly, otherwise, you're going to flow with that movement, focusing on every movement. And you're going to bring your arms up and exhale through pursed lips. Imagine you're breathing through to the sides of the room. Beautiful, lovely. And you're flowing with those arms for last 3, for last 2, and last 1. Good, so the hips are a little bit warm now, right? We're going to start with a roll down. So roll down is going to mobilize our entire spine. So we're just getting the body nice and prepared for the workout, right? It's not a strong workout, but just prepared so that there's no injuries. So watch me first as I show you. We're going to do a roll down. So starting all the way from your chin goes to your chest. You're going to roll vertebra by vertebra down as deep as you can go, as low as you feel comfortable, keeping your legs nice and soft, your knees nice and soft, and exhale up. So inhale to prepare. So yeah, you can watch me first and roll down. And we're just gonna go for 3 of those. Okay, so starting from the chin, you drop your chin down, you roll like a carpet, rolling down, rolling down, rolling down like a roll of beads. Beautiful, soft knees, as far as you feel comfortable to go, and rolling back up. What happened? You don't need to reach the ground, right? The goal is not to reach the ground. The goal is just to articulate the spine, to roll those vertebra by vertebra. Beautiful, just as far as you feel comfortable. So even don't stretch it too far. Just nice and relaxed. Beautiful. Good. And then one more rolling down, vertebra by vertebra. Beautiful, team, coming nice and tall. Now we're going to transition from that roll down. So watch me first. So throughout today's session, I'm going to show you, demonstrate you the exercise. I'm going to give you 3 different levels, right? There'll be a slightly easier version, then there'll be a little bit more challenging, and then level 3 is going to be more challenging. Okay, so you're going to choose whichever version you want. I'll demonstrate all 3. You get to choose which one you want to use for the day. So watch me first. We're going to go for a push-up. The push-up is going to work into our chest. It's going to work our arms, especially the triceps. It's going to work into the core and a little bit into the spine with the rolling. So we're going to use that roll that we just learned. So you're going to roll, 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 vertebra by vertebra, articulating the spine. The hands come down. You're going to crawl out to a high plank. From here, you can either drop onto the knees. If you find a push-up very challenging, you're going to come into a box position. So imagine your body's like a box. You're going to drop your chest as deep as you can, keeping your elbows tucked nice and close. Your hands are directly below your shoulders. So that's level 1. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, I'll demonstrate from this side, right? If you want to challenge yourself, you're going to put your body into a beautiful ski slope position. So imagine your shoulders are in a line towards your knees and your hips, keeping your elbows tucked, your hands below the shoulders, dropping that chest nice and low. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to push. You're breathing through the rib cage. The final version is going to be up here, full push-up. Keep the elbows tucked all the way back up. So you get to choose whichever level you want. We're going to do 5 repetitions. After your 5 repetitions, so inhale to prepare, exhale, you push up. You come back up, crawling nice and slowly. You're going to roll up. And we're going to do that again 2 more times. Okay, so just to clarify, we're going to do 3 complete rounds, 5 pushes each round, and then we're going to take a rest, okay? Okay, so find your positioning. Your feet are below your hips. Your core is nicely engaged. Your spine is neutral. Your pelvis is neutral. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, chin goes to chest. You roll, 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 roll like a ball, unraveling, like a carpet unraveling. Beautiful. Hands onto the floor. You're going to crawl out into a beautiful high plank, keeping that core engaged. If you want to stay on your knees, you stay on your knees. Otherwise, you go on your box. Beautiful. So your hands are directly below those shoulders. Yeah, good. And inhale to prepare. Exhale to push. It's okay. If you fall down, you just lift yourself back up. Beautiful. Keep that core engaged. Good. And drop down as deep as you feel comfortable. Lovely. And then push back up. Good. Nice. Right. It's okay if we're challenging ourselves. It means that we can have a nice big lunch, right? So make sure you're counting. When you're done with your 5, you're going to roll up. Beautiful, Nawazi. Good, beautiful. Keep the core engaged. So when you're done, you're going to roll back up. Once you're back up at the top, you roll back down and you repeat it for 2 more rounds. Okay, I think you ladies in the front have done about 500. So let's just go here. And then you're going to roll up, unraveling vertebra by vertebra. Beautiful. Try find that alignment. Good. And we start again. Chin to the chest, unravel, and roll back again. Yeah. So we'll do 1 more round in the front there. Beautiful. Good. Nice, Nawali. Good. You managing? You're fine? I died. Okay. So 1 more round, unraveling vertebra by vertebra, crawling out, beautiful, good. 5 press-ups, 5 pushes. Imagine you're pushing away the ground. Beautiful, good. Whatever level you are at, that is okay. As long as you're challenging yourself, that's all that matters. Good, lovely, beautiful. Keeping that core nice and tight, keeping that pelvis nice and tight. Beautiful, nice. And rolling all the way back up. Okay. Lovely, good. Nice. So we can just stretch through to the left, stretch through to the right. Beautiful. Stretch through to the left. Beautiful. So once again, we're going to roll all the way down. I'm going to show you the movement, so just watch me first. You can roll from the top, chin to the chest, unraveling, roll like a roll of beads. Hands down, you're going to crawl, and this time you're just going to drop flat onto the ground. We're going to go for a swimming movement. So the swimming movement is a beautiful one for working into the glutes, into the hamstrings. It works the upper back. So it's a lovely one for that posture as well. You can either start with just 1 leg at a time. You inhale to prepare, you exhale, you lift the leg and drop it down. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lift the leg and drop it down. And then after, you can go to the hands. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lift the one hand. So this would be level 1. If you're like, I'm a little bit stronger than that, I can do a little bit of a bigger challenge than that. What you're gonna do, inhaling to prepare, you lift the left leg and the right arm. So you really wanna engage in your spine here. Engage all the little lower back muscles, lifting up, reaching far forward. Imagine I'm pulling your fingers forward, I'm pulling your toes back. Exhale, changing sides. The final option is you're gonna lift both up together and you're gonna do little swimming movements. So little small pulses. Imagine you're a surfboard floating in the ocean. Your glutes are nice and tight. Your spine is engaged. You're lengthening forwards, you're lengthening backwards. You're looking down to the ground and you're focusing on that breath. Okay, inhale to prepare. Exhale, your core is engaged. Your back is neutral, chin to the chest. You're rolling down all the way, rolling, 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 rolling. That beautiful, nice roll that we've just learned. You're crawling out, you're dropping yourself nice, slowly and controlled flat onto the ground. Lengthening your arms if you're choosing level 2 or 3. Otherwise, you can keep your hands tucked. Inhale to prepare and exhale. You're lifting either one arm, one leg, or both arms, both legs. Nice, beautiful. So you want to be careful not to lift it too high, just till about there. Beautiful. And then exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift the other leg. We're going for 10 breaths. So inhale, drop it down. Exhale, you're lengthening that leg all the way back. Beautiful, lovely. So if you can, you're lengthening those arms forward, reaching up off the ground. Good. And then rest, exhale and rest. So imagine your body's like a surfboard floating in the ocean. Your toes are beautifully pointed, reaching forward like Superman, Superwoman. Beautiful. Exhale, you come down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift. And you come down. Beautiful. Nice. Good job, team. Beautiful. Give me last 3 and down. Slow, controlled movements. We really want to work into the glutes, into the hamstrings, into that spine. Lovely. Yes, beautiful. So the goal here is we're reaching that leg as far back as you can. You're reaching that arm as far forward. And the final one. Good. Breathe. Hands next to the chest. You're just going to drive your hips back. Resting your hips in towards your heels. So you're just stretching into that lower spine. Releasing into that lower spine. Allowing all the tension to melt away. You're inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Our next movement is going to be called the 100. So you're going to come through onto your glutes. I'm going to show you first the movements. Now the 100 is a lovely one for working those core muscles, right? Those 6-packs. It's a lovely one for core endurance. So it's a couple of movements where we're really going to challenge the core a little bit. You've got 3 options, right? You've got a progression and a regression. So a little bit easier, a little bit more difficult. You take it at your level. So you're going to roll down nice and slowly. On your back, you're going to plant your lower back into the ground. So your belly button is pulled in tightly towards your spine. Remember that corset. Remember that bucket of water. We're not allowing that water to fill out. So we want to keep that pelvis neutral, which will give us a nice, beautifully engaged core. You can start with just one leg at a time. So you would lift one leg. Hands are coming out, so it's really good for that shoulder stability as well. You're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through pursed lips. Imagine you're bouncing little tiny basketballs underneath your hands. And from there, you're going to lift the other leg, alternating left and right, keeping this core beautifully engaged. Okay, so that's option number 1. Option number 2, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, Both your legs are going to come up into a 90-degree tabletop position. So your hands will come out. Those shoulders stay nice and stable. The transverse abdominis, the core stays engaged, belly tight towards the spine. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through pursed lips. We will inhale for a count of 5, exhale for a count of 5. So inhale for 3, 4, 5, exhale for 3, 4, 5. Okay, if we want to challenge ourselves even more, the progression for this, you're going to straighten out your legs a little bit more. The longer your legs, the lower down, the harder it goes. And keep that movement, keep the core nice and tight. Belly button sucked in towards the spine. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go for 50 pulses. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to go 50 pulses again to give you a little bit of a chance to break in between. I know a lot of you are new to Pilates. Okay, so find your position. You're either using one leg at a time, or both your legs bent, or both your legs straight, whichever you feel most comfortable with. Your head is going to be up just slightly, lifting from your shoulders, not your neck. So you want to try and avoid putting any tension in the neck. Beautiful. Inhale to prepare, and exhale and pump, pump, pump. Beautiful. Yes. Good. So if you can, let's lift a little bit from the shoulders. So we're keeping that core engaged, belly button sucked in tight towards the spine. Lovely. Good. Breathe. Inhale for 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 3, 4, 5. We really want to be working on that shoulder stability. So the whole arm is moving together as one. So moving together as one. Make sure you're breathing, inhaling through the nose, through to the rib cage, right? So we're breathing all the way through to the sides of the room. You're alternating legs if you're lifting one leg at a time. Feeling it in the core a little bit. That means you're doing it right. Suck that belly button in towards the spine. Good job, team. Let's go for last 10 pulses. Keep the legs bent, that's fine. Inhale for 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 3, 4, 5. Rest. Breathe. You can bring those knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Ooh. You can gently roll from left to right. Prepare yourself. You are strong. You are powerful. You are capable. Okay, team, we're going again. So again, if you want to challenge yourself, if you were doing this and you want to challenge yourself, you lift both legs. Otherwise, you go back to the exact version you were doing. That's okay. If you were here, you can challenge yourself by straightening. So whatever you feel comfortable with, choose your level. Find what's more comfortable for you. Nawazi, it's okay in that lower back. It's not giving you any tension in that lower back. Okay, beautiful. Okay, team, are we ready? Inhale to prepare. Laying down flat, nice and slowly. Find that fluid movement, right? You're focused on every single pump. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, engage that core. That lower back is nice and flat, nice and neutral. That pelvis is nicely, beautiful, aligned. Yes. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through pursed lips. In through the nose. Exhale through pursed lips. Breathing in. Oh, beautiful. I love the challenge. Yes. Yes. Those arms are nice and stable. Pumping. Yes, Nawazi. Good. That's belly button pulling through to the spine. For 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Make sure those hips are nice and stable. Let's go for 10 more pumps. You're almost there. For 3, 4, 5. Last one. Beautiful. Breathe and rest. Woo. Bring those knees into the chest. Gently rocking from side to side. Oh, lovely one for that core endurance. Okay, beautiful. So team, for our next one, if you want, you can just grab onto your knees, gently roll up just so you can see me as I demonstrate. Now it ruined your recording. Okay. So for our next exercise, we've got a shoulder bridge. Now, a shoulder bridge is going to work into our glutes, it's going to work into our hamstrings, and into our spine as well. So the shoulder bridge, you're going to gently roll down, coming flat onto the ground. Watch me first. Your feet are directly below your hips. You're going to tilt your pelvis, so starting at your pelvis, level 1. So if you've got any lower back issues, in Nawazi, you can just see how it feels. Level 1, you can literally just start with a pelvis tilt and bring it back down. Pelvis tilt. This is lovely if someone is postnatal, so they're trying to work on the pelvic floor, or even prenatal, right? And they're just trying to strengthen that pelvic floor. Now, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can go to the level 2. Level 2, your hands are flat on the ground. You peel your spine away, starting from your pelvis, starting from that tailbone. You lift vertebra by vertebra until you come into a beautiful ski slope position with the body. So your knees are in alignment with the shoulders. And as you exhale, you gently roll vertebra by vertebra down. Inhale to prepare, exhale to lift. You take one breath, inhale over here, exhale, roll down. We're gonna go for 12 repetitions. The most advanced level, so if you wanna challenge yourself a little bit more, you're gonna involve your hands. So you inhale to prepare, you start at the pelvis, you tilt the pelvis, coming all the way, your hands flow through to the top. Exhale, they come down. Inhale, they come through to the top. Engage your core. We're looking for that neutral spine, neutral pelvis over here at the top. And all the way back down. Okay, we're going for 12 lifts. Are you, ladies and gentlemen, ready? Inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're flat on your back. And lifting from that pelvis. If you want to just stay here, you stay there. If you want to challenge yourself, you lift into that beautiful shoulder bridge. Lovely. Rolling back down, vertebra by vertebra. So you want your spine almost like a roll of beads, raveling and unraveling. Yo, lovely. I'm seeing a challenge here. So if you want to challenge yourself, you use the arms in that nice flowing position. So it starts with the pelvis tilts and vertebra by vertebra. Find that neutral spine up at the top. Beautiful. And rolling back down. Good. And tilt the pelvis. Let's put the feet a little bit further apart. There you go. Right, so you're going to drive through the heels, push through the heels, tilt that pelvis, lifting up, find that neutral spine, engage the core, engage the hips, and then roll down from the top of the spine down back to the bottom. How are we doing over here? Let's bring these feet a little bit closer in. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. There you go. Nice. Lovely. You feel it into those glutes? Let's go for last 4 movements. From the pelvis, find that beautiful ski slope. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, you push. Inhale to prepare. Let's bring these feet a little bit closer there. Good. Lovely. Pelvis tilts, lifting, beautiful flow through that movement. So we really want to focus on engaging the core, engaging the spine. And final one, inhale to prepare, exhale, pushing through those heels, nice and tall. Good, beautiful, lovely team. You can just bring one leg in towards the chest, straightening out your other leg. Your back is nice and flat on the ground. Just stretching into that spine. Inhaling through the nose. And as you exhale, you can gently bring your other leg in towards your chest. Stretching that other leg out. So grabbing that leg nice and tight towards your body. Releasing the tension. Beautiful. And then you bring the other leg in, give your body a nice big hug. I am strong, I am powerful, I am capable. So both knees in towards the chest. You're giving your body a nice, beautiful big hug. Lovely. So from there, team, we're going to move into some single leg circles. So you can watch me first. If you prefer to sit up to watch, so that you can see a little bit easier. So the single leg circles, we're going to start with just one leg. A more simple version, if you want to take it a little bit easier, your back is flat, your core is engaged, that spine is still neutral, the pelvis is still neutral. You're going to start with just one leg, and you're going to do nice big circles. Imagine you're painting a big circle around with your knee. You're breathing into the rib cage, exhaling through pursed lips. You're going to go 12 circles the one way, and then you're going to go 12 circles the other way. So option number one, we're using a bent knee, keeping the toe beautifully pointed. You're keeping this part of the leg stiff, right? So once we've got the positioning, we're just moving from the hip. It's a lovely one to mobilize in the hip, strengthen the hip, which helps us to get a stronger core. Option number two, this leg stays bent. This one is just going to go straight. My toe is pointed, beautiful big circle, or as wide as I feel comfortable going. Keeping that back flat, keeping my hips nice and neutral. Beautiful. If you want to challenge yourself even more, this leg goes straight. This leg is beautifully straight. The toes are pointed. Lovely big circles, slow and controlled. So I'm painting big circles with my toe. I'm keeping my hips square, so my body isn't rotating, my hips aren't rotating, my core is engaged. 12 circles the one direction, 12 circles the other direction, and then we change legs, 12 circles this direction, 12 circles this direction. Nice and easy, right? Okay. So allow yourself to go down nice and slowly, melting onto the floor. Your legs are either bent or straight, choosing your level. Inhaling through the nose. Lovely one to mobilize the hip. Lovely, good. So nice big circles round. Either with that bent leg or with that straight leg. If you find it's a little bit easier, you're always welcome to move positions. Lower back pushing against the ground, keeping that core engaged. Lovely. You can use your hands to stabilize your body if you need. Let's go for last 3. Last 2. Nice, beautiful. Last 1. And you're just going to change directions. So moving the other way, mobilizing the hip from the other direction. Keeping that core engaged, keeping that belly button sucked tight towards the spine. Looks easy, right? But feels a little bit not so easy. Nice, lovely, noisy, big, beautiful circles. Those toes are pointed. Lovely. So let's try to keep those hips nice and stable. Oh. For last 4, 3, breathing through to the rib cage for last 2. And last 1. Lovely, team. From there, we are just changing legs. So you've got your other leg. You're either got a bent leg or a straight leg. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, and let's go. Big, beautiful circles, pointed with those toes. Very important that those hips stay stable. So we're trying to avoid rocking too much with the hips. Lovely. That core stays engaged. Remember that corset. We've still got that corset on. We're not spilling any water. Lovely, beautiful, nice. Beautiful, Tebogo. Good. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through pursed lips. Lovely, beautiful. Let's keep those hips square. Let's keep the core engaged for last 2. For last 1. Lovely. And change direction. Other way, mobilizing into that hip. Working into that core. We can really feel those little tiny muscles working. So Pilates is all about working those tiny little muscles. Beautiful. In through the nose. Exhale through pursed lips. For last 2.
muscles.
You know, sometimes Pilates is harder than like a strong workout because it's little muscles we don't use very often, right? Okay. Breathe. Good job, team. Good job. So you can just open up your knees, grabbing on the outside of your feet and just gently rocking from side to side. So you can stretch into those hips. If you find that challenging, you can just grab onto your calves, onto your ankles. So just opening up. Beautiful. Just releasing the tension into those hips. Rocking. This is your favorite one, right? Lovely stretch. So rocking from side to side for 3, 2, 1. Lovely, team. Good. Okay, so from there, again, if you want to sit up to watch them, it's a bit difficult to watch laying down. So from there, we're going to go into scissors. Now, scissors is a lovely one for the core, right? It's summer, so we got to get those summer bodies, right? So it's a lovely one for working those deep core muscles. Also very good for hip mobilization. It's a lovely one for hip mobilization. Now the scissors, we're going to use a very similar setup to the 100. So remember when we were playing basketball just now? So the core is going to be beautifully engaged. Our pelvis is going to be nice and square. You're going to start by lifting one leg. This leg stays stiff. So imagine it's like cemented together. So one leg will lift up and it will go down. The other leg will lift up and it will go down. Right? So one leg lifts up, exhale down, the other leg lifts up, down. The hands are nice and flat onto the ground. If you want to make it more challenging, both legs come up, one goes down, and then we're just toe tapping. Imagine that they're working together like this. Both legs are very stiff. My core is engaged, so all the power is coming from my core. I can rest my head. If I want to challenge it even more, the legs go a little bit more straight and they work together like a pair of scissors, right? So the scissors don't move, just like that. The core stays nicely engaged, the lower back stays flat against the ground. Belly button sucked in nice and tight. Remember that corset. Okay, team, let's choose your levels. Lovely one for increasing that coordination as well. So you're either starting with 1 foot toe tap or both feet alternating or the legs a little bit more straight. We're going to go for 10 repetitions on each side. So imagine you're balancing a beautiful tray on your shins, right? So that tray, you don't want that tray to spill the glasses, right? Your favorite drink, whatever it is, Coca-Cola, wine, right? Inhale to prepare, exhale to move. Inhale to prepare, we're breathing through to the rib cage. Imagine you're expanding this entire room with air. Toes are pointed, beautiful pointed toes. Ooh, I'm seeing some shaking. Lovely, right? So if you're shaking, it's a beautiful sign that you're challenging your body. That's what we want, right? That challenge. At our own level. We're all at different levels and that's okay. Inhale to prepare. Make sure that lower back is flat. Ooh, how's that feeling? Good, nice, chocolate, beautiful. Keeping those hips nice and square. So if the legs are straight, they're here. But if that's too challenging, just keep them bent. That's okay. Keep the toes pointed. Keep your lower back flat against the ground. I'm seeing some shaking as well. Good, nice, beautiful team. Let's go for last 7. Inhale to prepare, exhale to change. 6, good. Ooh, lovely. Last 4. Lovely team, good job. Lower back is pressing flat. Remember those hips, remember that water, remember that corset. For last 2, Nice, Kanye. Beautiful. Last one. Woo, okay. From there, you can just gently grab your knees, coming up, and just stretching through to the front. Oh, good. Take a moment to breathe. You are strong, you are powerful, you are capable. It's challenging, right? We wouldn't think, if you saw it, you wouldn't think it's so challenging because it's such small movements. But really activating those little muscles makes such a big difference. Okay, so we've only got 2 big movements left and then some stretching and we're done for the day. Okay, so our next one, we're gonna do a side bend. So the first position, so you can watch me first, you can choose your level. The first position, you're gonna get your elbow and your knee in a beautiful nice line. So the side bend, it engages the entire side of the body. So the obliques, the core on the side, it works into the spine, into the glutes to stabilize you, into the shoulders to stabilize you. So you're going to lift up into a side plank. Your body comes into a beautiful straight line. Remember the hips, try avoid tilting too much. So try and get your body in a nice straight line. And you're gonna drop down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, you lift into that beautiful ski slope and drop down. We're going to go for 8 repetitions on each side. So 8 lifts on each side. That's option number 1. If you wanna challenge yourself a little bit, what you're gonna do is as you lift up, so level 2, you're going to lift this hand up and over, creating a beautiful rainbow with your body. So you see how my rib cage lifts up to the sky. I tuck into my core and all the way up. Beautiful rainbow with the body. Core is engaged and come out. The third level, if you really want to challenge yourself, you come out all the way. So you're in a high side plank. You lift up from your heels, side plank. Beautiful rainbow. Exhale down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale down. 8 repetitions on each side. You're choosing your level 1, 2, 3. Either the side plank, either a side plank with a side bend, or the full side bend on your heels. Okay, beautiful team. Lovely one for the core. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, you lift up. So let's keep that elbow directly below the shoulder. Good. And then you're going to exhale to lift. You're lifting from the waist. You're lifting up into a rainbow, and exhale, drop, and you go again. Lifting up. Beautiful. Oh, lovely. Good job. Nice. Bring your knees a little bit more back. So we want to try and keep the body in a beautiful line. Yes, yes, yes. You're really lifting from the waist. Find that rainbow. You're breathing through the rib cage. Yes. Exhale down, nice and slow and controlled. Let's bring these knees just a little bit back and the hips a little bit forward as you lift. Woo! Lovely, good job. You can feel it, right? Working in that shoulder stability. Working in the waist. Beautiful one for the waist. Let's go last 3. Lifting up into that rainbow as high as you can. Last 2. Lifting up as high as you can into that rainbow. And last one. Beautiful, good. And changing sides. Good job, team. Woo, you're feeling that one? In the waist? It's a challenge, right? Okay, inhale to prepare. You are strong, you are powerful, you are capable. The knees in a beautiful straight line. The elbow directly below that shoulder. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting up as high as you can. Find that rainbow. Good. Beautiful, you're lifting up. Try and find a beautiful straight position here. Nice, so try straighten out your spine a little bit more. Yes, yes, yes. Good, beautiful. Nice, team, we're almost done. You're almost there. Good. Let's try and keep those hips square. Remember, sucking in your belly button. Beautiful. When you lift, so lifting up, you're lifting up, 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 and this stays straight. Good. So your body stays straight as you lift. Good. Give me last two, team. We're almost there. Yes, chocolate. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Woo. Summer waist. Good. And last one. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. You extend. You lift. Woo. Breathe. Good. So you can sit up nice and tall. Beautiful. Straightening out your legs and just gently stretching through to the front. As far as you feel comfortable, it doesn't matter how far you go, just gently releasing the tension in the lower back, stretching out those hamstrings, inhaling through the nose. One more final challenging exercise and you're done with all the hard stuff for the day. A few stretches and you're done. Right? Then you're going to enjoy your Friday, you're going to enjoy your lunch. Okay, so for our final move, you can just gently roll from the left to the right to just stretch into that lower back. Just gently opening up the chest, releasing any tension in that lower back. Okay, so for our final move, we've got a roll down. Now the roll down is really going to work on engaging that core. Right? It's a little bit of a challenging one for the core, but you've got levels, so you can choose your own level. You're going to start, for the first level, you can hold onto your thighs and you just do a pelvic tuck and then coming back up. Really good for strengthening that pelvic floor as well, all those little muscles in the core and coming back up. If you want to challenge yourself, you're going to release your thighs, rolling starting from your tailbone. Imagine your body's like a roll, like a wave. And the wave is coming all the way down, nice and flowing here. And rolling back up. Okay, so we roll vertebra by vertebra down, we roll vertebra by vertebra back up. The final option, the hands come a little higher, we roll vertebra, vertebra down, hands come up over the head. Exhale, bring the hands back up without using momentum. You use your core to lift yourself vertebra by vertebra. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, hands go down and back up. We're going to go for 12 movements. So you can choose your level. You're either just doing a little bit of a pelvic tilt and coming back up, or you're going all the way down with your hands next to your thighs, or your hands come up over your head in a beautiful flowing position. Okay, team, inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're rolling down as far as you feel comfortable to go. You're really articulating that spine. So vertebra by vertebra. Beautiful. Exhale, you're breathing through the rib cage. Imagine you're expanding. Beautiful, yes. Beautiful. Ooh, how's those abs? Lovely. So as low as you feel comfortable, it starts with the pelvic tilt, the pelvic melt. As deep as you can. Exhale, rolling up vertebra by vertebra. So exhale on the lift. Lovely, good job, team. Try avoid putting too much tension in your neck and your shoulders. So if you're feeling it in your neck and your shoulders, make sure you're lifting your head a little bit. You're not tucking your chin too much. Ooh, beautiful, team. Let's go last 4. Let's see if we can challenge ourselves. Go as deep as you can. Exhale up for last 3. The spine peels off the mats. For last 2. Oh, last 1. Good. Okay. Breathe. Laying flat onto your back. Grabbing onto your thighs, onto your knees. So we're just going to stretch a little bit. So you can drop your one leg flat. The other leg you're going to work on straightening, pointing the toes, and you're just going to start by the knee, gently pulling it towards your body till you feel that stretch. So wherever it feels comfortable for you. But every time we touch it, wherever it feels comfortable. So just a little bit of a challenge. Beautiful. Working on straightening it out, stretching into that hamstring for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And gently changing sides. So working on lengthening that leg, you're pointing the toe, you're stretching out that hamstring. Beautiful. And let's see if we can work on straightening that leg a little bit more. Is that okay? Is that comfortable for you?
It's okay like this.
Beautiful. That's fine. You don't need to push it further. Nice. Breathe. You made it through the hardest part for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Grabbing onto the top of your knees, and you're just gently going to roll all the way up into a seated position. You're going to bring your left hand across the body. Any left is okay. You're going to grab your hand just after that elbow, and you're just gently going to look over that left shoulder. So you're stretching into that left shoulder. Your legs, however they feel comfortable. Breathe, releasing all that tension in the shoulder for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Changing sides. You're bringing your arm across the chest. You're looking over that shoulder. Bringing that arm nice and close towards the body. For 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. From there, you can just open up your legs, feet together. So we're going to go into a nice, beautiful groin stretch. So you should feel a nice stretch here, right in the groin. And then just gently lean forward, rounding that spine and relaxing into that stretch. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. We're here for 5 more seconds, just releasing that tension. For 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Rolling back down onto your back. You're going to place your left ankle onto the right knee. Bringing your right hand around, grab the knee. Left hand goes around, in between, grab that knee. Rest your back, rest your spine. And gently stretching into that glute. Nice. That's okay, I'll assist you with this one. So just placing that over there. Good. Let's lift this one up to here. And just tell me when to stop. Okay. There you go. Beautiful. Yeah, that's fine. Can you feel the stretch? It's not too strong? Okay. Okay, so you can just put your foot down here for a while for 3, 2. Nice. Beautiful, team. So just lifting up. Holding on to this knee.
Which knee?
This one. So this hand will come here. You can grab underneath the thigh. Beautiful. And this hand goes in between the legs. There you go. Beautiful. Good. For 3, 2, 1. And changing sides. So if you didn't change sides. Okay. So this hand goes in between the legs. Keep the knee there. This one goes in between. There you go. There you go. Lovely. Okay. So changing sides. So that ankle goes onto the knee. There you go. Beautiful. You can place this hand around this thigh. There you go. Right.
Let's just keep it like this.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how far you go with stretches. The goal is just to challenge yourself, right? So if something is challenging today, if you keep practicing it, that's okay, that's perfect, just like that. Rest. If you keep practicing it over and over and over again, then it becomes easier. Let's just place that ankle onto the knee. There you go. This hand comes here. This hand in between. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yes, beautiful.
My one is different.
That's fine. You can hold it just like that. For 3, 2, 1. So from there, you're going to straighten out your left leg. Bring your right leg up at a 90-degree angle. So you can watch me first. Your left hand goes onto the right knee. Your right hand comes in line with the shoulder, and you're going to take it around your body, looking over the right shoulder. So a beautiful lower back stretch. So my one leg comes up, it goes around the body. I'm looking over that right shoulder. Opposite hand, opposite leg, beautiful. And just take it to where you feel comfortable, right? You're looking that way, lovely. And then just keep taking it to where you feel comfortable, beautiful. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Nice, beautiful, good. So you can place that hand onto this knee. There you go, beautiful. How does that feel in the lower back, Nawazi? It's okay?
Yes.
Beautiful. So just take it to where you feel comfortable. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently changing sides. So the other leg goes straight, the left leg comes up 90-degree angle. You take it around, the left arm extends, you're looking over the left shoulder. Nice, beautiful. And just releasing into that lower back. Lovely one for that lower spine. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, that's okay.
Okay.
There you go. Is that okay? Oh, I'm falling. Good. That hand will go on there. Beautiful. This hand will come here, and then this hand on this knee. There you go. Beautiful. Nice. And let's try to get that arm down towards the ground. In through the nose, and as you exhale, you're just going to bring both those legs up towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. You made it through. So both knees just towards your chest. Inhaling through the nose. And as you exhale, you can straighten out your legs. You've got a towel, so I'll bring your towel to you if it's on the edge of your mat. You can unravel your towel and just gently place it around your eyes. So here you can just place your towel around your eyes. You can straighten out your legs. You can straighten out your arms next to the side of your body. So you can straighten out your legs, straighten out your arms. So find a nice comfortable position, however you feel most comfortable. Whatever feels right, whatever feels natural for you. You can just put it like this. And just taking this final moment to acknowledge your body for everything it's gone through today, for showing up, for being strong, for being powerful, for making it through this workout. We're so quick to judge, we're so quick to criticize ourselves, that we tend to forget just how amazing, just how powerful our bodies are. And how blessed we are to have these beautiful bodies, how blessed we are to have the health, the life, the blessings, the opportunities that we have. So in this moment, just saying thank you for whatever it is that you are most grateful for. Whatever it is that you have in your life that you are grateful for, taking this moment to appreciate it. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bringing to your mind that thing that you are grateful for. And when you leave this class today, you leave this class reminding yourself every challenge that you've overcome, every obstacle that you've made it through. You remind yourself everything that you are capable of. You are strong, you are powerful, you are amazing, you are worthy. Just as you are enough. Breathing as deep as you can breathe. Fill your entire rib cage, your entire body with air. And as you exhale, imagine you're blowing out all those birthday candles. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling. And from there you can gently begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, roll your wrists, roll your ankles. Rolling over onto your side. And in your own time, you can lift yourself back up to a seated position. Nice and slowly in your own time. Putting a big smile on your face because it's over and you made it through. So team, we really challenged ourselves today, right? We really worked on those cores. We worked in the spine, a little bit in the arms with those push-ups. But you did it. You made it through. You should be proud of yourselves. And I honor you. I appreciate you, each and every one of you. Thank you for taking the time to be here with me today. How are you guys feeling, firstly? Feel good? How was it for the first Pilates class for those of you that joined for the first time? Nice. So place your hands on your chest with a big smile on your face. Remind yourself that I am enough. I am worthy, I am capable, I am amazing. And give yourselves a massive round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, my name is Charis. I will be staying behind. If anyone's got any questions, any feedback about the class, anything that they have that they're wondering about, please let me know. I don't have any more classes for now, unfortunately. I'll be traveling soon, but when I come back in September, I'll be having some classes. So I'll let you guys know if you want to come join. Would love to have you. Otherwise, have a lovely Friday. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.